In work problems, certain work is being done at a certain time. For example, Jim can paint one wall in 2 hours. This sentence doesn't tell us that Jim painted any walls, and it doesn't even tell us that Jim spent any time working at all. It just tells us that Jim has a certain ability. If he's painting walls, he can paint one wall in 2 hours. This ability is Jim's rate. The rate is a fraction which tells us how long it takes to do a certain work. Rate equals work divided by time. To make things easier, we will use the formula rate multiplied by time equals work. When should we use this formula? When reading the question, we can recognize at least 2 out of the 3 components of the formula. Let's look at an example. Jim can paint 2 walls in 1 hour. How many walls will he paint in 2 hours? We have Jim, who can do something at a certain time. That is his rate. It's 2 walls in 1 hour. We are asked how many walls Jim will paint or how much work will be done within a time frame of 2 hours. So we have the rate and the time. Solving the equation, we will see that Jim paints 4 walls in 2 hours. When solving work problems, we need to pay attention to the units of time. They must be identical. For example, in this question, the time given could have been 120 minutes. In that case, we will have to convert 120 minutes into 2 hours and only then place the numbers in the formula. Things could get more complex if we get more than one rate to work with, because we cannot place 2 rates in one formula. In order to solve this problem, we will unite the 2 rates and get one value for this component. Have a look at this question. Jim builds 3 walls in 1 hour, while John builds 2 walls in the same length of time. How many walls can they build in 2 hours? In this question, we have 2 different rates and the time. We can see that Jim and John have the same intention. Both of them are building walls. Therefore, we can add them and get one rate which represents both of them. Jim's rate is 3 walls in 1 hour, while John's rate is 2 walls in 1 hour. Adding both rates will give us 5 walls in 1 hour. Now we can use that rate in the formula. 5 walls in an hour multiplied by 2 hours equals 10 walls. What would happen if Jim can build 3 walls in 1 hour, but John can wreck 2 walls in 1 hour? How can we unite the 2 rates? Well, in this case, they have opposite intentions, so we need to subtract the wrecking rate from the building rate. 3 walls in 1 hour minus 2 walls in 1 hour equals 1 wall in 1 hour. Now we can use that rate in the formula. Let's look at a different type of question. Johnny can mow the lawn in 30 minutes, but with the help of his brother, Bobby, they can mow the lawn in 20 minutes. How long would it take Bobby to mow the lawn by himself? The question is about Bobby's time, and the work we're asked about is 1 lawn. There are 2 rates, and we need to figure out Bobby's rate. There are 2 brothers working together. We know that their total rate is 1 lawn in 20 minutes. We also know Johnny's rate, 1 lawn in 30 minutes. We know that total rate equals Johnny's rate plus Bobby's rate. Therefore, 1 lawn in 20 minutes equals 1 lawn in 30 minutes plus Bobby's rate. Solving for Bobby's rate, we will see that Bobby's rate equals 1 lawn in 60 minutes. Reminder, the question was how long it'll take Bobby to mow 1 lawn. Now it's easy to see that it will take him 1 hour. Work problems are based on one simple formula. Work equals rate multiplied by time. Whenever 2 of the 3 components in this formula are given, finding the third one is easy. Don't forget to pay attention to the time units. In the formula, they must be identical. When we have information about more than one rate, we will add or subtract the rates depending on the intention of the workers. When their intentions are similar, add the rates, but when the intentions contradict, subtract the rates. The total rate is what we will place in the formula.